Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources. We are looking at different aspects of research methodology. Research can be classified in many ways. So, in the earlier episode, we looked at the classification with respect to application. So, we saw how there is basic or pure research and there is applied research, right? Basic research, also called as fundamental research. Now, there are other types of research as well. If you look at these types from the perspective of objectives, then you can have research of the nature, descriptive nature. So, descriptive research or relational research, explanatory research, or even exploratory research. So, let's have a look at all of these. So, which research or which kind of study do you call as descriptive? Well, the name itself tells you it's about description of something, right? So basically, we are trying to describe systematically a situation or a problem or a phenomenon, a service or program, or we are trying to provide information about a certain aspect, and it is done by describing a scenario or the subpart. So that's descriptive research. Now, what is correlational research? Well, again, the name itself indicates that there you are going to establish the existence of a relationship between two or more aspects of a situation. So, how are they associated, or what kind of interdependence do they have? What is the if you wish to study the effect of a health service on the control of a disease, so here you can see that there is a relation between them, right? So that's why it's called as a correlational study. There's a cause and effect relationship, for example. And when you are studying it, you are all the time seeing effect of one of the aspects on the other. So this is correlational research. Now there is also explanatory research. So what is explanatory research? So here you are trying to clarify why or how there is a relationship between two aspects of a situation or phenomenon. So as the name tells you, that you are trying to explain why there is this kind of a dependence, or for example, why is there the dependence of health service on the control of a disease. That's something that you would do in explanatory research. And of course, there are a lot of overlaps between these. And another type of research is exploratory research. So, what is exploratory research? So, here study is undertaken with the objective of either to explore an area where little is known about it, or to investigate the possibilities of undertaking a particular research study. Now, when a study is carried out to determine its feasibility, it is sometimes also called feasibility study or pilot study, etc. And it is usually carried out in the initial state. So, you know that we use the word pilot. For example, there's also pilot plant development in laboratories when you want to first check whether a certain process is working or not. And so the scale here is small when you talk about pilot scale, right? And on the basis of the assessment that is made during the exploratory study, you will then go for a full study. So you are just exploring it. It's at a very basic level right now, and you are estimating whether you can scale it up, and then it would be much use. So exploratory studies are kind of you can say they are conducted to develop, refine, and to test measurement tools or procedures. So it's a testing ground, so as to say. Now, there is also analytical research in which the researcher has to use facts or information which is already available, then analyze it and make critical evaluation of whatever is the material. So there are different kinds of research, and each one of them will have their own focus and methodology, preferred methodology, and usually there are disciplines which tend to use a certain kind of research. For example, social sciences tend to use qualitative kind of research, and here focus is human behavior, and the methodology that they use is through interviews, etc., or surveys. Then in natural sciences, usually it's quantitative research, right? So the focus is quantification of whatever data they get, and methodologies used involve statistical analysis. Then there is descriptive research, which is used, say, in demographics, and it is the focus here is, of course, description of a certain phenomenon, and it can be done through methodologies like surveys. Then for scientific research, another important research method is analytical. Types of research that they do is analytical research, of course, and there you are trying to compare the data to that available in the literature and see, okay, whatever is new, and you're trying to find out underlying reasons. Now in exploratory research, usually the focus is some kind of undefined problem, because as we mentioned, it happens at the very beginning, right? So it can explore to scale it up, whatever they're doing on a smaller scale, and then it can eventually talk about product development, etc., as well. And of course, what we spoke in detail earlier was the fundamental or pure or basic research. There we have already seen that the focus is expansion of knowledge, or satisfaction of curiosity. And in applied research, of course, you are looking for practical solutions usually. So there are many collaborations also that happen, because if you want to go for a product per se, which is going to be the solution for the problem, then you need to see all the aspects. So you need experts from different fields. So research can be of different kinds, and there's no watertight compartment, right, that you have to do only this kind of research. Usually people tend to combine different methods. So it could be qualitative, quantitative, it could be descriptive, it could be analytical, of course fundamental and applied, as we had seen earlier. It could be exploratory, and so on and so forth, correlational. So in different ways you can do the research and reach whatever conclusion that you reach. Thank you.